This is Sean Woodell from Heavenly Soaps and Such. And today I'm going to show you how I use my Embrilliance Essentials software to create a stacked monogram. And I'm going to go ahead and show you one that I already have completed. And then I'll show you how I change it. I have this one. And this is the size that it is. I'm going to go ahead and center it. And it's about not quite 3 inches by almost 3 inches. So about 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 is what I have this on. This is for a little boy's romper. So once I have one already completed, it's easy to go in and change it. So this one, I need to put, get that right. I need to put the initials RSF on it. So I need RSF. So what I'm just going to do is click over here. I'm just clicking on the first letter. Over here's where it shows the B. I'm going to put R and set. I'm going to go to the second one. It needs to be an S. I'm going to come over here, click S, set, and then the last letter needed to be an F. So I'll click on the letter, come over here, highlight it, type F. You can backspace and delete it and then type F. And then click set, and then there it is. Now, I do need to adjust this a little bit, but it's a lot easier than starting from scratch. These two look perfect, but what I like to do is put them on top of each other, and I can see that they're pretty much the same. I try to create the same amount of space from this line for this letter as I have for this letter. Okay. All right, so that looks good to me. Now this is a little bit taller, so I'm just going to shrink it. It looks a little tall to me, so I'm just going to shrink it down till it looks about right. And to me, that looks right. Now, if I want to make this a little closer, because it does look a little off, you just slide it over, and you see the lines that pop up, the little squares that pop up. You want those on the center line. I'm just going to slide it up just a little, and you just click off of it, let go of it after you slide it. You hold your the mouse and just pull it, and that looks pretty good. That looks close enough to me, so then I kind of look. Then I take, and I'm going to group these together by putting my mouse here, holding the mouse left button, and dragging it until I have all of them, and then let go. I'm going to come over here to edit and choose the group, and then it grouped them. So now when I click on it, so I'm getting the whole thing. So I'm going to click on it, center it. Now that's centered, and then I can see exactly how wide it is. It's not quite 1.5 this way and not quite 1.5 that way. So I know that it's less than 3 by 3. So that's what I do there. Makes it super easy. Now you may have to adjust these a little bit sometimes, make it a little smaller or narrower to match the other letter, but it's super easy. It's a lot easier than starting from scratch after you've made the first one. So then I click File, Save As, and if you notice I'm in my E drive, which is my jump drive, my USB, and it did say BJC. I want it to say RSF and then save. And then I've saved it on my jump drive, and then I'll take my jump drive to my computer. Now, if I'm starting from scratch or starting new, I'm going to open a file. I'm going to click New Page. Okay, and go ahead and X off this other page. All right. Now I know that it's about 3 by 3, not quite. So what you can do is you can change this to be a 3 by 3. And the way you do that is you click up here on the little folder, and I want a 3 by 3. So let's see. And I see that 4 by 4 is 105. So if I want a 3 by 3, I'm going to play with it a little bit. Go new, I'm going to name it 3 by 3. And because that one was 105 by 105, I'm going to do 90 by 90. And this is just the way you can play with it to figure out the lengths. Okay, then I'm going to click OK. And if you notice, I am less than 4, but I'm still not 3 because it's got from 0 here, you have 1, 1.5, and then I have more. And then 1.5, and I have more. 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. So I'm still not where I want to be. So I'm going to go back up here, click on it again. Now I've highlighted the 3 by 3. I'm going to click Edit. And there may be an easier way to do this. I have no idea. This is just the way that I've done it. Okay. And this is telling me it's approximately 4 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to go 70 by 70. I guess the easiest way to do, you could get a ruler out. Now this tells me it's approximately 3 by 3. So actually I just noticed this, but it does tell you right here. So that's perfect. I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to take a look at it. I've got 1.5 by 1.5. Okay. And to me, it's not quite, it's less than 1.5. So I'm going to go back again and I'm going to try 75. Okay. It still says it's 3 by 3. Let me click OK. Now that looks better because I can see the 1.5 line comes right down there. So I know that this is probably 3 inches by 3 inches. All right, now I'm going to start with a text box. Okay, there it goes. Okay, and I'm going to just type in a letter. I'm just going to use A. Set. I want to change the font. You can choose whatever you like. And I really can't remember what I chose before. I think it might have been this one. I'm not sure, but it really doesn't matter. You choose the font that you want. I'm going to click Set. Now, I want this one to be about right there. So you're going to use your line kind of as your guide, stay about that far away. And I actually don't want it on the line. I want it a little bit up. So you can see how far I went up. It's kind of up to you, but that's what works for me. You don't want it too far because you got to have the same amount of space on the top one as you do on the bottom one. Okay, now I'm going to insert again. And this time I'm going to use R. Okay. And this is not the font I used. Okay, because I can tell by that R. So I'm going to go down here and change the font. And let me see if I can find the font I used. That might be it there. So Roman. Go back up, choose Roman. Okay, I'm going to make these bigger. That far. I'm going to put this one on top of this one. I'm going to stretch it to where it's about, I want it to be the same height. That's not quite right. You want to have the bottoms lined up. And then I'm going to just pull it straight down. And I want to pay attention that it's the same, about the same length from the center. Or you might want to line it up with this edge right here. And I'm going to come straight down, about the same length. Okay, now what I'm noticing is this side here doesn't match up to this side, so I'm going to shrink this one a little more. I could make this one wider, but I'm going to shrink this one a little bit from left to right until it looks about right. Now, you may say, oh, well, that's really taking a long time, but it's really not. Once you do the first one, they line up really well on the rest of them. It's a whole lot easier. So I'm going to do W. Now this one, you're going to stretch it. Now I did find that you have to stretch it. And I'm running out of time for my video, so then you kind of just play with it where you want it. And that looks good to me, and then you save it, and then you can go back in and edit it with a different letter, and it's a whole lot quicker. Hope you enjoyed the video. And this is Shawn Woodell. Please watch the ads. Give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. See you next time.